Marc, he asked about where Rosenhøj, in hvilken serie do they play, and the game and the club.
So we are Serie 3. We have a young team that we put out against your team. They are many young players around 17 to 19 years old, and with 1 or 2 senior players in. But we wanted to have a good opportunity for the deaf team to have a good challenge, and we wanted to look at our young players in a senior environment. So it was a good opportunity for us to play the game.
Okay. Did you know anything about the deaf team before you met them?
I didn't know anything. I knew that they were training and preparing for a tournament, but that was as much as I knew. I hadn't seen them play, and no one really gave me any information about them. So no, I didn't know anything at all.
What do you think the standard the deaf team?
I was actually quite impressed. I thought they did really well, considering I think the team had only just been put together, or the manager had just been installed. I think they'd done really well, and they played some quite good football. They had a good attitude, they had a good spirit, and they really tried to play, which is important in football. You've got to try and play football, and they did that. So I was quite impressed.
What do you think about your own team's what do you call it, fights?
Yeah. Well, as I said, we put out. As I said, we put out a team that was young. They were inexperienced against senior players, and I thought they did well. I thought they did really well. They had a good attitude. They fought well. They competed. And when you put young players in with a senior team, you can only expect them to try really hard. And that's exactly what they did. And they also tried to play good football. It was actually, in my opinion, the football on the day was actually quite good. I was quite pleased. So both teams tried to play football and, you know, encourage the good football on the floor and that sort of attitude. So it was nice. It was a nice day. It was a nice morning.
Would you play with them again, the team, if they asked? He asked. You want to play with the Deafland team if they call you again?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a great opportunity for us to use our youngsters, but also to give them experience more than anything. And obviously we can help the deaf team. They can prepare for games, so we're more than welcome to have them again. And you know, it's a good experience. It's a nice experience, and it's an interesting game for the youngsters, because these young kids, they don't experience this. The game was quite surreal, interesting, because you had a team that didn't speak and didn't shout against a team of young players that did speak and shout. So it was quite interesting. I found it a very interesting game. So yeah, definitely, I'd have them again.
Now when you play with the deaf, so they say anything, nothing. But do you think you will lose anything with you can't hear what they tell each other when they play?
I don't think you lose anything. I think for the actual deaf team itself, once you train together, and once you work together, and once you find a system, it will be fine, because your communication comes through your hands and your signals and your runs and your patterns. But for our team, I don't think it really made any difference whether the team shouted or didn't shout. It was we just played our own game. And I think that, as I said, for the deaf team, once they have some structure and some patterns, they will. I think they'll do fine. I think, regardless of communication, I think they'll do just fine. So, yeah, I think it's good.